In a world where secrets are seldom held for long, Tasha K recently dropped a bombshell that is rocking the entire love and hip-hop scene. Fans are furious. The internet is blazing. Additionally, Yandy Smith is experiencing a storm that she never expected. Tasha K says she has invoices. Yes, real evidence that, according to shocking stories and spreading rumors, Mendeecees and Jasmine had a big altercation. And this may be one of the most startling scandals the show has ever seen. Naturally, we're not here to verify the veracity of what is being claimed online, but there are rumors everywhere. Wild speculation, screenshots, and conjecture abound in fan forums, gossip blogs, and social networking pages. Some fans believe that this could end Yandy and Mendeecees' marriage, while others believe that there is more to the story that hasn't been revealed yet. In any case, because of Tasha K's purportedly bombshell receipts, everyone is glued to their screens, wondering what really happened behind closed doors. What exactly did Tasha K reveal? And how did Yandy react when she found out about it? Hold on tight, for this story has taken an unexpected turn. The night Tasha K went online, the internet exploded in a way that no one could have predicted. It started with her usual confident tone, a playful smile, and that characteristic pause she makes right before saying something ridiculous, just like every other stream. Perhaps alluding to the most recent Love and Hip Hop reunion videos, the audience thought it would be another critique of celebrity drama. But her tone shifted a few minutes later. She leaned closer, lowered her voice, and said that something was bigger than anyone could think, causing the talk to start right away. In the live comment section, thousands of people pleaded with her to share what she knew. Then she said the word Mendeecees. All of a sudden, everything had changed. Rumors had been going around for months, according to Tasha. She claimed that she had been clinging to this understanding, waiting for the perfect opportunity. She implied that some company insiders had tried to silence her by saying she didn't have to deal with this situation. But when she disclosed that she had receipts, the audience became silent. Even on TV, you could feel the strain. Tasha started out by describing how she purportedly found some private correspondence that linked Mendeecees to Jasmine, a character whom viewers of the show remembered clearly. Jasmine has managed to stay out of the spotlight for a while, despite her prior involvement in issues. But her name had suddenly returned to the public's mind. Tasha described the material in her dramatic style rather than presenting it all at once. She said that these exchanges hinted at a renewed bond, a claim that instantly left everyone stunned. It was crazy in the comment section. Some others didn't believe it, so they called it clickbait. Others asserted that they had always suspected something was going on behind the scenes. Tasha, meanwhile, kept stirring up conflict by sometimes tossing crumbs. She asserted that specific screenshots, conversations, and even images might permanently change people's opinions on Mendeecees. By the time her live stream ended, social media was booming. The stream received a lot of shares on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Emotional posts and memes took over timelines. And fan speculation. People started tagging Yandy to ask if she had watched the live stream or if she had any comments. Yandy didn't respond immediately, but her family claimed she was caught off guard. They said she didn't know what was going to happen. Insiders said that she shook her head, looked at the screen, and attempted to piece things together in shock when she saw the video after a while. At the time, Jasmine was a well-known name. Old video, old interviews, and scenes from earlier seasons started to emerge. Fans started looking back at instances that seemed benign at the time, but now felt suspicious. Those comments struck a new nerve after Tasha's disclosure, even though no one took it seriously at the time. One widely circulated post claimed that Jasmine had previously hinted that she still had unresolved business in an earlier episode. Insiders claim that Yandy called Mendeecees as soon as she watched the footage. They said her initially calm voice broke when she said Jasmine's name. According to someone close to the couple, she exclaimed, "Tell me it's not true." Mendeecees, on the other hand, was alleged to be shocked. He reportedly told her that it was all lies and that Tasha was simply making up stories to gain attention, just as she usually did. But Yandy was emotionally exhausted and didn't know what to think. She explained to him that she needed time to process this because cameras were flashing and blogs were being published every minute. The following day, fans witnessed Yandy's wedding ring. The photos swiftly gained popularity, fanning the flames. Some claim that it was just a coincidence and that she might have taken it off for a picture shoot. Others, however, interpreted it as an indication that the story was already having an effect on their marriage. This was unique, even by the standards of the drama-driven love and hip-hop culture. It was not merely a rumor. It was a storyline that was evolving in real time with raw, honest emotions. When Tasha realized the damage she had created, she went live again the next night. This time, she spoke with much more confidence. She said, "I stand by every word." After she gave them assurances, fans who had previously questioned her started to listen differently. She insisted on double-checking every detail and would never publish anything that wasn't verified. The texts were old. She claimed that months before they renewed their vows, Mendeecees and Yandy had been trading them. That little element really resonated with me, speculating that some of the show's terrible scenes might be explained by this. A scene where Yandy appeared aloof or avoided certain subjects. Individuals started to connect. Within the industry, whispers grew louder. Other podcasters and insiders began to comment, each offering unique information. Some claimed that Jasmine had been making an effort to move on and didn't want her name to be mentioned once more. Some reported that she was preparing to speak. Each voice added something different while maintaining the story, creating a cacophony of voices. The noise was deafening, yet the truth was still a mystery. Throughout all of this, Yandy's silence became the most audible statement. Her admirers started to worry as she stopped sharing her usual motivational posts on social media. Her comment sections were flooded with encouraging and curious words. "We love you, Yandy," was one of the responses. Others, on the other hand, weren't so kind and inquired directly if the reports were true. "Don't let this disappoint you. It was difficult to protect your family while dealing with public scrutiny." Scenario: Mendeecees' enigmatic statement, which contained simply a black background and the words "truth always wins," sparked debate among fans over whether it was directed at Tasha, Yandy, or the entire world. As he continued to be evasive, conjecture grew. Every post, action, and phrase was scrutinized, assessed, and turned into content. In an effort to find hints they might have overlooked earlier, fans were even rewatching previous interviews. The screenshots then materialized. During her live stream, Tasha claimed to have posted hazy images of the text she had discussed. Though they weren't fully readable, a few phrases stood out. Although the names were hidden in another line that said, "It's unbelievable that we're speaking again," fans soon deduced who was involved. Within minutes, the comments began to come in. "We both know what happened that night." Some said, "That's Mendeecees." Others defended him by saying that it was being overly analyzed. It is clear, but the harm was already done, and the mistrust had already been seeded. It became the talk of the town by the weekend. On blogs, timelines that compared Tasha's claims with events that were known to have occurred in Mendeecees and Yandy's lives were shared. On fan podcasts, there were protracted debates between people who defended Yandy and Mendeecees and others who supported Tasha. Everyone in the hip-hop and love scenes appeared to be holding their breath, waiting for someone to come up and tell the truth. But all they got was more mystery, more ardor, and more gasoline to keep the drama continuing. As the chaos continued over the weekend, things took an even more unexpected turn. A voice message purporting to be from Jasmine was posted on an anonymous blog late on Sunday night. The recording was unverified, but after hearing the woman cry and say, "I didn't mean for it to go this far," some people quickly connected it to the current scandal. Within hours, hashtags such as Dr. Jasmine Speaks and All Mendeecees Truth became popular. While some fans believed the audio message to be real, the internet community went berserk. Others asserted that it was really a ruse to inflate the significance of the story. But instead of waiting for verification, the internet fabricates news in real time instead of awaiting confirmation. Kendra, Yandy's close friend and co-star of Love and Hip Hop, allegedly disclosed that she had been continuously checking in on Yandy during a live stream on Monday morning. "She doesn't deserve this," she said, quietly but sincerely. "It only took one comment to drive fans into a frenzy. She's never stood by him when everyone else turned away." People started thinking back to Yandy and Mendeecees' early years together, remembering how she had raised the kids, maintained the family, and kept everything together while he was serving time. Fans were moved by the idea that all of that devotion may result in heartache. If this is true, Yandy deserves the world and more, according to a post that went viral. No woman ought to ever find out about it online. Meanwhile, the story began to take on new dimensions. There were rumors that Jasmine was recently spotted at an event in Atlanta where Mendeecees was also present. Despite the fact that they weren't together in the event photos, fans quickly assumed it couldn't be a coincidence because the date was just a few days prior to Tasha's live performance. Others claimed it was just a convenient overlap that the internet had exaggerated. But the story went on, turning every picture, old video, and unclear caption into potential evidence. People close to Mendeecees said he was furious behind closed doors, feeling taken aback and insisting that he had never disrespected his wife in any way and that Tasha's accusations were untrue. But annoyance was not enough to stop the public conversation. Once a story like this is captured, it seldom leaves the internet. Mendeecees reportedly called Tasha's accusations dangerous, saying they were hurting his family, but Tasha was not going to back down. Went all out in her next live performance, claiming to have more that she hadn't even released yet. That one sentence rekindled everything, and people started speculating about what else she might have. Did she have any recordings, pictures, or other messages? Tasha didn't say anything during the live stream, but her knowing smile told it all. A few weeks ago, there was a thread on social media claiming that Jasmine had gotten in touch with Tasha's close friend. Whether this was true or not, each rumor added fuel to the already raging fire. Another person claimed that Tasha had been informed by someone in the Love and Hip Hop production circle who had seen things they weren't supposed to. Yandy, on the other hand, remained silent in an effort to keep her cool. Friends claimed that she had taken a vacation from filming and was spending time with her kids. An insider claims that she told her employees not to post anything on her social media accounts to prevent spreading rumors. Quiet has a lot of power, and in her case, it worked wonders. Tempest with dignity, fans started calling her the epitome of grace, but others saw silence as a sign of doubt, wondering if she was facing more challenges behind the scenes than she was acknowledging. A small twist was added when a screenshot purportedly from Jasmine's account surfaced saying people only hear one side. That short letter sent the fan base into overdrive. Maybe it's time for me to share mine. Everyone knew that the story would take a completely different turn if Jasmine made her voice heard, and bloggers started posting countdowns in an effort to predict when and how she might speak. When Tasha hinted on her show that Jasmine might be preparing for an exclusive interview, the internet erupted with excitement. A few days later, the purported interview was finally released, and it wasn't exactly what everyone had anticipated. The woman in the video, who is believed to be Jasmine, did not make any clear statements to confirm or deny the accusations. Instead, every word sounded heavy and left room for interpretation, as she spoke in vague terms about emotional manipulation, being promised things that never happened, and learning to move on from the past. It appeared as though someone attempting to clear the interview was the final straw for Yandy, who reportedly approached Mendeecees in private at last. According to a person close to the couple, the conversation became heated, voices were raised, and feelings were expressed. However, some fans saw it as an indirect hint that something had happened between her and Mendeecees. Tension was at an all-time high, and no one knows how that night ended. Mendeecees allegedly responded, "You're believing lies over love. I fought too hard for this family to be embarrassed again," Yandy said in response to her alleged statement. On social media, fans began to take sides. Meanwhile, some ardently defended Yandy, saying that she had always been the cornerstone of their relationship, while others argued that everyone has the right to express their opinions. The next day, Jasmine's page featured an enigmatic post with a single black heart emoji, no caption, and no explanation. Fan pages started comparing this drama to past love and hip-hop scandals, calling it the biggest betrayal since the early seasons. In a matter of hours, that post received thousands of comments, some pleading with her to be honest, others accusing her of playing the victim, and still others defending her by saying that no one knew the true behind-the-scenes activities. Despite its simplicity, the message it conveyed sent everyone into a tailspin. Tasha watched the numbers rise while sipping from her glass and staying comfortably seated throughout. It was chaotic, emotional, and completely unpredictable, exactly the kind of turbulence that draws audiences in. With just a few words and a promise of proof, she had once again done what she does best: completely upend the internet, even prominent entertainment. By the end of that week, the news was picked up by outlets who were cautious in their framing, claiming that rumors were circulating or allegations had surfaced, but the buzz was too strong to ignore. The story had developed into a cultural conversation that went beyond gossip, with people talking about loyalty, trust, and the impact of celebrity on relationships rather than just the controversy. As the dust refused to settle, a new chapter began to emerge behind the scenes. According to some insiders, Love and Hip Hop's producers were already debating how to handle the situation in future episodes. According to some sources, the cameras have subtly resumed filming in an attempt to document the genuine feelings that are developing between Yandy and Mendeecees. The topic had shifted from Means and Jasmine to how far one should go in pursuit of the truth and what happens when reality upends a family's peace. They were reportedly so tense that it felt like they were walking on glass. Yandy was reportedly avoiding close contact and only going when absolutely necessary. But Mendeecees was trying to resolve the matter in private, telling close friends that he didn't want their private suffering to become the subject. Nobody knew if it was for reality TV or real life, but everyone was curious to see how it would turn out. Of yet another public narrative, but it was already too late. Once something is posted online, it becomes part of the culture. In the meantime, Tasha K continued to add hints and enigmatic updates to feed the frenzy. People can say what they want, but the truth always leaks, she said in one of her most recent live streams. Her audience was enthralled by her claim, regardless of its veracity. Thousands of people watched every night, waiting for the next surprise, the next screenshot, or the moment that would reveal everything once more.